Hi, we're live. All right, I guess like if we wanted to like really roll the clock back, I could do like an Avengers Assemble because we haven't done that one in a while. I'm pretty sure this is. I gotta I gotta share this, and so like this part of the live stream, it's not worth watching. Okay, now we're caught up. So, Avengers Assemble. Tell me that doesn't bring back, that doesn't incite something for those of you who have been around this channel for a hot minute, so to speak. Okay, it is our first stream of 2026. It is the 3rd of January, Saturday. It's almost 4 p.m. It's 60 degrees in Texas. That's 60 degrees Fahrenheit because the world's ending and we don't experience winter anymore. I have my tea, my milk tea. That's good. And we've got like a laundry list of Marvel Studios and other nonsense to get through. We'll see how distracted we get. It may or may not happen. Miguel, the radioactive arachno backshots. The thumbnail made me laugh. I was trying to, find something very, very quickly. Is it blue milk tea? I wish it is. It's Peruvian. It's just black tea. That might be Peruvian. I don't know. It might be. Um, Again, we did this last time. Camera's over here now. You can see the shelves. That wasn't really intentional. I'm not trying to like, oh hey, you want to talk about toys? Um, it's just where it goes. And then we got some Lord of the Rings love and other incomplete things because I'm very lazy when it comes to decorating and displaying toys. Like it's kind of like the last thing on the list of like stuff that I do with my free time. So, oh, but I do have this poster that my comic book shop gave me, which I'm going to turn the camera just to show you. But I did hang it. Yes, nice. Um, okay, so anyway, yeah, I thought what better way to start the new year than how it all began with Marvel? Did you get the TFA Grimlock toy? No, Corbin never got back to me, the son of a bitch. And if he watches this not live, he knows he's a son of a bitch. Which, honestly, actually, Corbin has no reason not to be joining us. He doesn't have a job anymore. He has no job. He should be here, motherfucker. Anyway, as it is, no, Corbin has not gotten back to me on that Transformer animated Grimlock. I am waiting with bated breath. Also, we're back to Sanders Presents. Um, Again, I was told that Greg Gasm has Gasm in it, so YouTube was going to be burying it, which is fucking nonsense. But whatever, fine, so be it. But this way, hey, Sanders Presents. This is how it all began. Which little opening statement as we begin the new year. We look forward, what the fuck ever. Um, but I thought this was really interesting. So, 2016 is when I started the original Sanders Presents, basically. I started Sanders Presents in 2016. And here we are, 10 years later. Uh, and we've lost one channel and thousands of subscribers, but here we are. And I'm still doing this, but as a hobby. Uh, so yeah, I thought that was funny. But yeah, so in 2016 we started Sanders Presents, and I posted probably, I mean, the biggest leak for me. I mean, like the whole reason my channel took off. My biggest leak was I announced that Square Enix and Marvel were partnering up for a multi-year, multi-title project, and I leaked that they were working on Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers project. And I think in January 2017, that leak was proven true and it blew up. So Sanders Presents was featured on Bleeding Cool, IGN, Variety, Forbes. The list goes on. I was very proud of that. I was really proud of that. Just in terms of talking about 10 years, like our leaks and our data mining was featured on every major site and publication. You can still go into the archives of the web and find all of those articles, which unfortunately lead back to dead videos, where they linked back to us, linked back to our videos. And so that was something I was really proud of. Yeah, honestly, that was really cool because, like, in the span of 1 year, I went from, yeah, I have this, I have this leak that landed on me, and you know what? I'm going to put it out there. I have nothing. I have nothing to risk, nothing to lose, and I did. And within a year, I was living off of YouTube, which was pretty cool. I gotta say, it was pretty cool. So YouTube does have a special place in my heart. It's very corporate now. There's a lot of rules. Um, that so be it. You know, it's what happens when you go corporate. But more corporate now than ever. But the whole world's getting fucking worse. But that was really cool. I mean, it took a year, and then especially to see my stuff on Bleeding Cool, like my nerd website. Like, I don't care about Forbes, Variety, all that shit is, I don't care. Like, that's nothing to me. I was in the PlayStation magazine, like all those things, like all all these websites were linking back to us, and that was really fucking cool. That was a highlight, and then to live off of that was really fucking cool. Um, then of course came the really fucking big the crackdown. I don't know. We kind of went under the radar. Like, we were getting shared. I understand we were getting shared, but in terms of our strikes, we kind of flew under the radar pretty comfortably. And then it was ultimately Disney. Of course, it was ultimately Disney who destroyed that original channel. But all the articles and everything you can still search up and find, and that's really cool to me. But yeah, we were cited on over 24 major gaming and entertainment websites, and that was really cool. But for me, the big one was making it onto Bleeding Cool's front page at the time. That was cool. So anyway, when Sanders Presents got the Holy Trinity and got taken down, then pretty much I kind of let Sanders Presents rest. You know, that was it. I've just kind of goof off, and here we are. Sanders Presents. I've brought the name back by suggestions from, it was Fly Guy and TJ who actually kind of kindled that fire, so to speak. So that I owe them for that. But I was like, you know what? Why not? Why not? And basically, Sanders Presents is what it was always going to be, even 10 years ago when I started YouTube and was making a living off of it. It's me talking about whatever the fuck I want. Whether that's, digressions, politics will seep into anything, how I feel about anything. I don't avoid anything. There are no sponsors, so I can say and give honest opinions and reviews on everything. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, fuck EA. I just so we're clear, fuck the Saudi Arabian government, free Palestine, and the Israel government is a corrupt cesspool, just like our current U.S. administration is. And who? Oh, Miguel says 2016. I missed 4 years. Yeah, 2016. The original that put us. That was it. That 1-2 punch. I did 2 videos. My first video was Marvel and Square Enix and I can't remember like what the title was, but Marvel and Square Enix will in 2027 will announce that they have a multi-year, multi-game partnership. And then my next video was the 2 titles that they were working on, and it blew the fuck up, and much faster than I thought. Our live Q&As were going crazy. It was pretty wild. It was pretty wild, and in a roundabout way, it led to. It did lead to several opportunities, which I'm grateful for, but yeah, the one thing I don't miss from that time is the sponsors. It is nice to know that I can say whatever I want. I'm not a content creator, so I'm free, and that's nice. But I wanted to get something in for a live stream for for the new year and for Sanders Presents because I thought it'd be fun, and I had some time. Um, I'm grilling steaks this afternoon, so I'm gonna. I feel like it's Saturday. It's a nice Saturday outside, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna grill some steaks. But I wanted to kind of start with a look back because it is pretty wild that it's been 10 years since my first video on YouTube to now, and that's pretty wild. Our Discord is still the same. It has a different name now, just because I like to. I goof off. I don't really take any of it seriously anymore. I'm 36. There's no reason to take anything seriously at all. We're all gonna die. Not like I don't mean like I don't mean like I'm hunting you. I want to be clear. Like I don't want that to be misconstrued. I'm not hunting you. I just mean in a general sense, we're all gonna die. Why take it seriously? Uh, but there is one thing that I want to apologize for, and that is because I wanted to maintain access to Disney, my reviews were really soft on them. I am sorry about that. In all honesty, like Wonder Man is probably going to be shit. Echo they wasted the character of Echo. That show was shit. That show was shit. And what the fuck is up with all their endings? WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Miss Marvel, they had the worst endings ever. Why waste Miss Marvel? That show could have been really good. Why not just make it about the mutant gene if you were going to make her a mutant anyway? What the fuck were they doing? Like they were so bad. Like just mid. They were just mid. And I guess that's okay. I guess that's okay to be mid, but it was disappointing to me, and even more disappointing because I was like, do I get tickets to Disneyland if I say something bad about this? And it was like no, you don't. And I was like, well, I want to, okay. And that's life. Anyway, Miguel, that is an excellent question. How can you get the Bumblebee pack on Fortnite? I had to go and buy it off Amazon in America. I have no idea if I don't know what you would do in Portugal. Does Portugal have the internet? See, that was funny because you're talking to me online. There's layers to our humor here. There's layers. We have jokes that have we have jokes that have been running for 10 years. Like there are layers to this humor. It's very highbrow. Like if anybody tells you this channel is really lowbrow childish humor, they're wrong. They're fucking wrong. This is highbrow clever humor. Um, Anyway, yeah, I had to buy it on Amazon. It was on sale. It was $10. It was like the Transformer pack. It came with the Bumblebee skin. It came with Megatron. It came with the bus. Well, you know what it fucking comes with. Um, but yeah, it was $10 on Amazon. It was dirt cheap, and they sent it in a case like it was a game, which is weird. And it had a code inside, so I scratched off and used the code, and that was it. But that's what I did. Yeah, it was just an Amazon purchase for $10. And actually, I'm pretty sure in America, again, I don't fucking know if Portugal's Amazon's going to still have it in stock, but I wonder if it's still in stock on my Amazon. I'm going to check. I'm trying to keep the angle because my wallpaper right now is a very pretty girl I know, and that feels weird to show her to show her on the internet. Um, she's very pretty. What the fuck was I doing? Right, Fortnite Transformers. Oh yeah. Well, hold on. Let it finish loading. Yeah, it's still here. Code in a box. Oh wow. Holy shit, that went up in price. Okay, and again, because Fortnite's crossplay, so you can kind of win out no matter what. But the cheapest one in America right now is of course, it's the Xbox version. You can buy the Xbox Fortnite Transformers pack code for $28 because nobody has an Xbox. Fuck Xbox. Um, Miguel says, "What the fuck? Really?" I don't know what the really is too. Honestly, in between cooking dinner and stuff, I feel like playing some Fortnite. So I don't. I didn't perceive this stream being very long because it was just kind of random, and I just kind of wanted to. Hey, 10 years! It hit me. I really thought that was really. I couldn't believe it. The coincidence of it, because I went back to Sanders Presents because of talking to TJ and Fly Guy, and then all of a sudden I was looking at my calendar, and I was like, holy shit! 10 years ago, I first uploaded on YouTube as Sanders Presents. So that was wild. Anyway, so yeah, Xbox says 28. What the fuck? Nintendo Switch is 69. Nice. And that's all they got right now. Oh, hold on. PlayStation. PlayStation 4 is not available. So never mind. So yeah. Sorry, man. I guess I like bought it right before it like rose in popularity. I don't even know. I don't know what the fuck happened. Why is this so much money? Um, yeah, as a box. Here, I'll even show you. Cause you had to buy it as so. What I did, cause I'm clever, so it was on sale for $10 on Amazon, but it was this one. It was literally the Nintendo Switch one. So I bought it for Nintendo Switch. Obviously, it's crossplay. I bought the code because all I wanted was the Transformer stuff. Redeemed the code on Nintendo Switch, and then turned on my PC. But anyway, yeah, I know the lighting is really bad, but that's the box and everything. That's it. That's what it looked like. That's it. Very straightforward. But it was $10, and now it is 69. I don't understand the Fortnite. I don't get it. And so not only was it $10, but like then it came with 1,000 V-Bucks, and then all those skins, which was really cool. I don't get why it didn't come with Optimus. That didn't make any fucking sense to me, because it's Optimus Prime. Whatever. But anyway, yeah, I like the B design. I was using that Bumblebee design for a while. Well, you remember, I was using it when we were playing. But as soon as My Hero Academia and Anime Girls, like, that's it. That's all it took. Oh, on your Amazon. Shit. Okay, 27 euros. That's not bad. I mean, it's not, hey, it's cheaper than the 69. Nice. But that's actually not too bad on your Amazon, 27 euros. Why would I gift you my bee skin? I'm keeping it. I'm not getting rid of my skins. Which, that, out of context, sounds really fucking weird. Yeah. Oh, and then of course Transformers Fall of Cybertron and War for Cybertron. Yeah, they had a G1 DLC skin, so I use that. I run as Optimus Prime G1 and everything, but it's been a while. And if I'm being completely honest, because I can show you, I don't even have it installed right now. Because I own the Fall of Cybertron and War for Cybertron game. I like own them legally. Like I bought them before they disappeared off the face of the internet. So I got achievements and everything on Steam. But I actually got every achievement on Transformers. But I uninstalled it because I've been doing. I have so much other stuff going on going on my computer, and I've been really very distracted. So like Transformers and Fall of Cybertron is like is at the bottom of the level. You know what I mean? Like the group that plays Transformers Fall of Cybertron, like I'm not like close friends with any of them, and they're offshoots of a really like you know a very racist like machinima person. I don't know. I don't know all the lore. I got to be honest with you. So like I only know like the bits and pieces of what some of these people talk about when we're in a game. But like you got to finding a game isn't a problem, but the problem is who you play with, and they're just cunts. And it's like it makes it's like once I got all the achievements, I was just kind of done. So I haven't played it in a long time because all I wanted was I was like, okay, I want to get these achievements. I want to finish Fall of Cybertron, and I did. And then I was done because I'm like, I can't remember. I don't know, but there's like a War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron, Machinima series or something. But the creator's like a super, I mean, like it is a racist, and is a homophobic racist, and therefore the group that knows about these mods, you see the puzzle pieces falling into place. Isn't it great? It's so good. Hey, TJ. I really miss creation. Oh yeah, you missed it. Not even your fantastic. I didn't get any of the Fantastic Four skins. Always seemed weird to me that the Autobots had red glowing lines on them instead of blue ones. The red lines make them look way more threatening. Yeah, I always I didn't care for the red lights on the Autobots. I always felt like their accents should have been blue. But I am biased because for me, again, they don't really do this anymore. There's not a hard and fast rule. But in G1, good guys were blue, bad guys were red, and I think blue was a nice accent, glowy color. That's how I feel. It's how I'll always feel. Porg. I've had this since 2017. God, that's crazy to think about. We're gonna die soon. I've slowly realized over the last year, and just between dating and everything, I've become very aware, and I've had people like, I am way more dark and more morbid than I thought I was, and I have now realized it myself. But like after so many people have told you that's a really dark thing to say, especially when it's a beautiful woman who tells you that, you're just like, oh shit, that is really dark. That's fine. Okay, so yeah, how's everybody doing? Transformers. And down there are my Decepticon blockies. And that's my Autobot blockies. I love blockies. I love blockies more than anything Hasbro does. Thoughts on that opening Doomsday scene description? Oh, that's fake. So, yeah. Unless there's multiple opening scene descriptions that are out there. The one I saw is fake. I don't know if you're talking about this. I actually don't even know which one you're talking about. Soon is relative, Miguel. Some of us are going to die a lot sooner. Anyway, yeah, TJ Maxx. The opening scene description that I was sent, that it was fake. But it wasn't you who sent it to me. So, are you talking about? Are we talking about the same one? I'm looking at my phone, like just so we're clear. I was going through my Discord messages. Okay, no, I was like that wasn't you because I'm usually pretty good about who sends me messages, and I was like that wasn't TJ who sent me that. No, yeah. Am I not supposed to have what I want, what I need, why I need, what I need? I know what you're trying to say, TJ Maxx, but Toby. Anyway, your comment of Toby leads me to believe we actually are talking about the same opening scene, the montage, if you will. Um, yeah, if that is true, there's there's no evidence of it, but I am like, so here's the thing. One, I'm more wary now than ever of any kind of unsolicited rumors or leaks that get sent my way. It is getting to a point where if it is unsolicited and if I don't know the person, I don't know if it's fake or real. Some of the stuff that I'm sent, like I have a, because you start sharing this shit and then all of a sudden it's like it's gospel and it's like I don't know if this is real. So I'm being really careful because the world we live in, I don't know what the fuck is, I don't know what's real anymore. If it's unsolicited, if I don't know the person who is sending me, oh hey, I don't know what to trust anymore. I can't tell. I get sent some Transformers and some Marvel stuff, and I'm like, this is like if it's hard. It's getting to a point where it's really fucking. It's really hard to tell. Now, I say all of that, of course, to say this: as far as I am aware, that description of that opening is completely Chat GPT fanfic. It's not real. It isn't real in any way. So you're welcome. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I thought that opening sounded like shit, to be honest with you. I thought it was the worst. I thought this is a terrible way to open a fucking movie. This is awful. I hope it's not real. And then I asked around and I was told I wasn't. Well, I need to be careful. um, anyway, I was told by someone, by a crew member. I can say that. I can say that without specifying their position. I was told by a crew member that wasn't anything we shot when I was there. Which again, there's that door being left open. I understand. Not every crew member makes it for, all these things are shot. There's no way to guarantee it. And right now, I don't know what the reshoots are. I don't know what's being shot in, it's March and April. I don't know what's being shot in March and April right now. I have no idea what the fuck they're changing. But there are 2 months of reshoots that are coming for Doomsday, and they're going to shoot through March and April. I don't know. I don't know what the movie's going to be after April. What I do know right now is that scene description is not anything that was filmed. Just that's it. That's it. Anyway, name a single person you're more excited to see return other than the GOAT. Who's the GOAT? Because your GOAT and my GOAT might be different. More excited to see return. Because see, my GOAT is Tobey Maguire. Oh, hold on a minute. R100 Centuries. Who cares about Toby? Miguel's going crazy. Miguel says, I find it so cool that my new wireless gaming headphones have a 24-hour battery. Awesome. Miguel says, you can always trust me, Greg. Greg the Huntsman. Anyway, so my GOAT is Toby. So besides Tobey Maguire returning, honestly, James Marsden. I'm really excited for, again, I'm really excited to see Cyclops get his due. And I'm really excited to see the Jim Lee costumes that I grew up with be on film, even if they're still scared to do colored shorts. But yeah, James Marsden. Yeah, James Marsden. 100%. Besides Toby, James Marsden. I think he kind of really deserves it. James Marsden's a good actor. James Marsden is not a bad actor. He was given shit to work with because Bryan Singer, the creepy fucking pedophile, had a crush. There's so many different words that went through my mind where I was like, no, I shouldn't say that. No, I shouldn't say that. That sounds mean. And I'm like, why? He's a fucking pedophile. I mean, it's a shame the gays, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that the gays have to deal with that. Truly. But us straights, we have, unfortunately, there's so many straight pedophiles. It's just it's about time. At least one of them's gay. Happy New Year. Seriously, straight white guys. What is up with this? What is up with the straight white guys? What the fuck? They're either shooting up a school or filling up a minor. One way or the other, they're attacking schools no matter what they're doing. What the fuck? So yeah, the fact that Bryan Singer and Kevin Spacey are gay pedophiles, thank God it's not us every time. I am just straight white guys, get out of the fucking news. For God's sake, get out of the fucking news. What were we talking about? I don't know. James Marsden is a good actor who was in shitty movies and had a shitty role in those movies because Bryan Singer is a pedophile and had a crush on Hugh Jackman and wanted to sleep with Hugh Jackman. And Bryan Singer is a criminal. And him and Kevin Spacey appears as though they're getting away with it. Yay, America. Pedophiles get away with everything somehow. Yay. Awesome. But hey, if you're from another country and you deal drugs, we're coming after you and you're going to get life in prison. Or you'll just get shot on sight. But if you're a pedophile, let's put the baby gloves on. We'll handle you with care. What the fuck? Anyway. See how everything's political. People who say stuff isn't political don't understand politics. Everything's political. Everything is an issue. I'm sorry. It is. I can wrap everything. I can bring it all back home. Anyway, Miguel prefers Andrew. I'm not dealing with this right now. No. TJ says Andrew was cool. I don't disagree. Andrew Garfield is not a bad actor. He wasn't a bad Spider-Man. His material in Amazing Spider-Man 2 was really shitty though, and that hurts. But Andrew, in No Way Home, amazing. Parts of Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, amazing. See what I did there? It's just he had shit material to deal with. Andrew Garfield is not a bad actor. The era where Pete was cool. I mean, Pete was an outsider. I wouldn't really like. I mean, the amazing films are interesting because there is a discrepancy in what people talk about versus what was projected. And Peter Parker, whether he's full on nerd or he's depicted as an outsider in every universe. Even in the Amazing Spider-Man films, he was still on the outside, uh, and I respect that. They just approached it differently. Versus like my best example of a terrible Peter Parker is 2017's Marvel Spider-Man, the Disney cartoon. That's just called Marvel Spider-Man. Peter Parker is unlikable, obnoxious, a know-it-all. I fucking hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him so much. I hate him. That cartoon is terrible. My daughter and I tried watching it. It was so hard to get through because we were both like, and because again, cursing. I don't care. My daughter has cursed in front of me multiple times. My son has, but that's because of me. I have a very foul mouth. But my daughter was like, he fucking sucks, and I'm like, yeah, this Peter Parker is a cunt. Like this is a Peter Parker I don't root for. Anyway, TJ Maxx is asking Miguel, is your president behaving in Portugal? Does Portugal have a president, or do you guys just like go to a farm? I'll take your answer on the air. We're at 30 minutes. We're gonna go just a little bit longer because I got. I'm gonna start. I want to start my dinner because I got. Homemade mashed potatoes. That's not a euphemism. I winked like I'm mashing something. I'm gonna mash your potato. Anyway, yeah, if you're from another country, your president better not be involved in drugs. Apparently, though, it's okay if you're messing with kids. If you're trafficking kids, you're in the clear. Welcome to America. America. Fortress tonight? Fortnite? Yeah, actually, I was just talking to Miguel about that. Yeah, Fortnite. I'm totally up for Fortnite tonight. I wanna play it after. Well, what's up?
I need to pee.
You need to pee.
Yes.
I will be right back. My son has to pee. Oh shit!
What?
I hit the camera. Come on. Run! Run! What are you barking at? What is your source?
But they're so tiny.
That's what she said. Hi. But anyway, yeah, Fortnite tonight. I'm grilling steaks and doing my mashed potatoes, and then I shall be on. So probably about 6, give or take. A thruple. We call it a threesome in America. Actually, isn't that a devil's triangle since we all got dicks? I think so. What the fuck are we talking about now? Oh, Miguel says the news is just fear mongering and bullshit, half-baked ideas, so I don't watch them. What the fuck are you talking about, Miguel? We asked about your president. Oh, never mind. I know what you're responding to, but that doesn't even answer the question. You're digressing. Anyway, when 3 guys, like, isn't that a devil's triangle? Because you got the guy here, and the guy in the middle. So it's a triangle because you got and then they both lean forward and they kiss. Let me. I want to draw. No. Okay, hang on, because I said I want to draw. That's out of context. Hold on. I don't want to draw a yaoi, just so we're clear. But just in terms of like stick figures, just to illustrate my point, I believe that's a devil's triangle. Because the guy's in the middle, you got the 2 guys at this hole, at the mouth, and then at the butt. And then they kiss. They lean forward to kiss. Anyway, I'm going to teach sex ed. I went to college for 1 year. Oh, that made me laugh more than it should have. Who has the bigger horn? No, I'm not gonna whip it out on YouTube. You have to go to my OnlyFans. Oh, favorite shirt. Haven't worn this in a while. The perfect illustration of the type of girls I like. Yeah. I mean, technically, the shitty part of everyday life is just kind of generally shitty right now. And people kind of are going to have to come together to try to make it better, but whatever. Anyway, anything else? Is that it? I don't know. I don't got anything. I don't got anything. If you guys have something, by all means ask. I don't got anything right now. Another. No, I'm not going to break this. You know how hard this is to find now? It doesn't even make it anymore. And the Porgs are the only thing I like about the sequel trilogy. Did you read the bigger answer I gave? Where? No. Andrew would fit for a college Peter. I'm not joking. That was in the news a while back. Absolute Poison Ivy has that drip on lock, bro. Might be my favorite look for her. What the fuck? What are we talking about? What bigger answer? The news is just fear-mongering and bullshit? I read that. I read that live on air. Or did it not show on your side? No. Is YouTube censoring you? Post it in the Discord. I always tell people, if YouTube censors you, put it in the Discord. I think YouTube is censoring you, man. I swear it's not here. I mean, I'm not playing. I can literally take the camera. Like, I have no problem. Will the camera reach? Hold on. I will show you my chat screen It's not here. Like, I'm not fucking around. I think YouTube is censoring you. It's not even show, because sometimes I'll get like a grayed out comment. Do you want to approve or disprove this? It's not even showing up as that. And even if I disprove it, it still stays up as a grayed out comment. Okay, that lighting is terrible. You won't be able to see my proof anyway. I swear though, I'm not. This really isn't me playing games. I legitimately think YouTube censored you. So I'm curious what the key. What word was it? What would YouTube have censored? It's all demented people making cubes? Oh! And then fucked them. Oh! Oh, God! Okay, I'm curious now. We're going to test this. Copy and paste, try to post this again, but take out the word fucked. Take out the word fucked and see if it lets it go through. What is it about this post that YouTube kept you from posting? We're gonna solve it. We're gonna see what YouTube is censoring in this message. This is what we're doing, unless somebody has a question. So take out fucked and try to post it again. We're gonna find out. Because fuck YouTube and their corporate. It was! YouTube blocks the word. Oh my God. That is fucking dumb. I swear I have seen people say fuck, comment fuck. Yeah, I went through. You can't see it? Oh, well, you could. I'm confused. Yeah, I went through. Like, your comment is now there. You took out fuck and then it went up. YouTube is such bullshit. It is so frivolous and it's so nonsensical. Like, there is no consistency. I have commented the word fuck. I say fuck in my videos. Which, again, that's why they don't get traction, and I'm okay with that. The cursing and stuff. Like, I'm not going to pretend to be something else. But they censored your post because of fuck. I know I've seen YouTube comments posted of people saying fuck. It's so arbitrary. It's so fucking random when these censors kick through. And then that went up. You just said it was pretty fucked up, and that went through. It is so fucking random. Their censorship is so inconsistent. Oh, I hate YouTube. I hate corporate overlords. I hate that corporations are taking control of literally everything. And we aren't even trying to stop it. Like, maybe a different administration would, but this administration is very pro-corporation and pro-business. They're more pro-business than they are pro-people. So we're going to see this for the next 3 years, and you've got to be like fucking kidding me. I can't stand it. It is the inconsistency of even YouTube's own policies are stupid. Like, you typed fuck and it doesn't show up for me, and then you type fuck and it shows up because YouTube's algorithm is so random. None of these videos are marked as for kids. None of this is. So it shouldn't matter what anybody curses or says. But instead of that, we're policing, people speaking out about Palestine and revealing what Gaza is actually going through and in the evil of the Israeli government. That's being censored like nothing else. But then on the other hand, you can be as violent and as vulgar as possible, and you can tell an AI to take this image of a young girl and put her in a bikini or make her naked, and it's like, we're living in a mad fucking house. And no one fucking cares. And it's like, it's really fucking weird to see this happening, and just to be like, oh, it's just another day. Elon Musk is a corrupt cunt. Donald Trump is an unconvicted pedophile. He's convicted, but not, you know what I mean. He's convicted for different things. He's a pedophile. He 100% is. The Israeli government is freely committing genocide, and nobody cares. And and with all this going on, they want to be like, oh, watch your language. That's what they choose to go after, language. I don't get messages anymore ever since, because YouTube said they were like changing their policy on using vulgar language. But like, if I said fuck or cunt in like the first 2 minutes of my videos, I would get notified immediately. and I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. But it's crazy to me to think that like that's what they're going after. Alex Jones spent years freely spewing nonsense and attacking families who had lost children in mass school shootings. It took years for them to do anything about it. And but they reverse everything immediately because this administration, they're I digress. I don't really have a clear, coherent line of thought because this isn't thought through. You know, this wasn't planned to be a discussion point, but I know how it makes me feel, and there is no "Make America Great" movement. America is not a shining example for the world. Our healthcare, our education, the dismantling of any kind of equity among people. There is no America is not that shining example. It should be. It could be, but not with what's in office. And then you look at what Jeff Bezos' newspaper, because Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post, and you look at the stuff he has his newspaper put up. Don't turn the culture war into a class war. Here's the truth of it. If you don't start a class war, there won't be anything left for the 99% of us. They will have us working until the day we die. I guess people are okay of just being like, that's life and accepting it. I'm not. I'm really not. It really fucking isn't okay with me. It really isn't okay. You need to make every election about class warfare, not culture. Then don't let them manipulate you because somebody's from a different country. Don't let them manipulate you over that. Go after the 1%. Dismantle them. Dismantle their operations. Dismantle their $1 million, $100 million bonuses and all their fucking yachts. Dismantle it completely. Anyway. Oh yeah, Black Dan. As we look on 10 years, I do have to say, because it needs to be said. Obviously, Dan is in our hearts, and rest in peace, Dan. Dan was with the channel right from 2016. I still remember his comments. He was there right from 2016. So I do want to acknowledge Dan. He did not have a sense of humor. That was comfortable. I don't know how else to phrase it. He wasn't comfortable with my type of humor. Or my trolling. He just wasn't. And that's okay. Not everybody's going to be. And that's fine. But I do have a rule. And my one rule, my one, my only rule is if you say, if you say something stupid as shit, you have to expect to be trolled. You just do. And his blind defense of the Baldoni versus Blake Lively case, one, I thought was really weird. And two, I thought revealed more about him than he was probably willing to admit. Because it's really weird to get hung up on that case in defense of Baldoni. Like, who the fuck? Who the fuck cares? But it's really weird. It's really weird to get hung up on that. Especially because I will freely make fun of anything. And I will make fun of any stupid thing. And Justin Baldoni is a cunt, so I'll make fun of him. And it's weird to get hung up on that. So, anyway. Again, Black Dan, rest in peace. But he was one of our longest viewers. And there's a few of them left. Because when the channel got nuked, like, how am I going to notify people? I don't give a fuck. When the channel got nuked, a lot of, like I said, like I think, like it's a very, very few. Arkham Asylum, Kaz, Dan, Kebab. A few, Scarlet. there's a few people that managed to find their way back, conveniently. I don't know how they found the new channel because I've never tried to advertise or do anything. I've just I've been too lazy. Even when I was making money on YouTube, I was fucking lazy about it. Anyway, that's why I like live streams because I'm like, I'm not gonna sit and fucking edit for 8 hours. I got a job. And YouTube was paying the bills at that time, and that was still my mindset. Anyway, my point is that I do want to acknowledge Dan's time with the channel, even if he couldn't take a targeted joke about his defense of Baldoni. And of course, you know, I'll say this because it needs to be said because I want to be clear. Like, I'm going to always be straight. You know what I mean? But I want to be honest, and I always want to be able to have honest conversations because we're a pretty small, tight-knit group. But I also want to say that it's important. Fundamentally, I fundamentally disagreed with Dan on his creative choices as a writer and as a director. Now, I say all of that. When I say writer and director, I don't know how many people knew this. Dan wanted to work in Hollywood. He wanted to work for Marvel. We had so many live streams where Dan was like, hey, how do I send a script to Marvel? And I was like, man, you don't send a script. That's just not how it works. That's not how the industry works. I know that some people are really confused on how to get into the industry, but it doesn't work like that. You're not going into Marvel. You need to you're just not. You're not. It doesn't work that way. But he talked a lot about his stories, his scripts, and his directing. And I just fundamentally disagree with what to him made a good story, because to me, Dan's stories were empty and vapid, which is modern in a way, but they were very superficial. Like, they were empty and vapid in a way where there wasn't any kind of honesty. I don't feel like Dan was an honest storyteller. You know, I'm getting into it. I'm getting into it, but it needs to be said. Just, while I did go after him for the Baldoni, I do have to say, and I won't shy away from it because I've been asked, and I have no problem admitting it. I'm not ashamed of it. I fundamentally disagree with Dan's choices as what he wanted to do as a writer and as a director. It was safe, it was superficial, it was vapid, it was empty. And I don't think that's just not what I'm interested in. I can sit down and go, these Marvel films are empty. They are sexless. They have no passion. There's no romance. There's nothing exciting. And I mean that on multiple levels. But why would you want to willingly create that? Disney, as an overlord, is a 4-quadrant master. They want to serve every single quadrant of the audience to make as much money as possible, because all they care about is that money. If you are an indie creator, your goal should not be, I want to do what the MCU does. One, it's not good. It's just not. It really isn't. And two, you should aspire to be more than that. And you should want Marvel to be more than that. You shouldn't look at what Marvel does and be like, this is golden. Because it's not. No Way Home, like, we have to be honest with ourselves. And we can be honest with ourselves through hypocrisy. Spider-Man No Way Home is not good. It's good because of nostalgia. Because of the bait. Our feelings about No Way Home carry that movie. All the old villains, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, even the one scene with Matt Murdock. Our feelings carry the film and do the heavy lifting. That's just honesty. Doomsday is going to be the same thing. Deadpool and Wolverine. Watch Deadpool and Wolverine. And this is where we have to be honest with ourselves. Nostalgia carries that movie. Our behind-the-scenes knowledge carries that movie. It does the heavy lifting. You can make of that what you want. I'm not telling you have to hate it. You can love it. There's nothing wrong with it. I like it. But we have to be honest about it. We have to be honest about what they're manipulating and what they're triggering in our brains, because at the end of the day, our brains are always going to be primitive, relatively speaking. And you shouldn't want to do that. You shouldn't want to make a story from a corporate standpoint. Like, I don't know if any of this is making sense because I'm just kind of rambling. But my point is like, if you want to be corporate, be corporate. If you want to be a storyteller, be a storyteller. They don't intersect. They really don't. It's just the honest truth. The way Dan chose to tell his stories, or at least the way he spoke about them, I fundamentally disagreed with. And he showed me, which I'm not going to share, and I'm not trying to lambaste or anything, but he shared one of his short films, and I was like, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. Like, this doesn't tell me anything about you as a writer or as a director. And I'm not saying I'm like some scholar. I'm not. But if you ask my opinion, I'm going to give it. Like, that's it. If you don't ask my opinion, I got nothing to say. I don't give a shit. You do you. You do you. But if you ask my opinion, I'm going to be honest. And if you're not being honest with the work that you create, it shows. So be cringe. Be honest. Don't be a cunt. Be honest. And yeah, if you defend predators, if you defend sexual predators, I'm going to come after you really hard. Flat out. It has no place here. It didn't 10 years ago when YouTube was my livelihood. It doesn't now when it's a hobby. I don't got time for it. I don't give a fuck. I don't got sponsors to appease. I'm not getting told, hey, you can't single out a group. Yeah, I can. I can do whatever I want. And you can too. Remember that. Don't leave space for cunts in your life. Don't fucking do it. Anyway. Do you know anything new from Brand New Day? Let's all forget about it and look at Spidey in the Discord. What are we talking about? Those are... Oh, shit, I used to know the name of that artist because I recognize that promo art anywhere. I've been seeing that promo art of Spidey for over, 10 years. This Spider-Man promotional art was licensed 10 years ago. And I'm so tired of it. I hate the lenses. Oh, and then Poison Ivy. She is cool looking. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. Sandra's still right. Fuck you, TJ! You motherfucker! He said that 10 minutes ago. Yes. Anyway. I found the new channel by luck. I think most people did, because I didn't try. Kaz says, hi, Greg. I came. That's weird, Kaz, to just tell us that you came. But okay, I hope you had a good time. Miguel says, because we were meant to come together again. That's very true. That's a beautiful way of putting it, baby. Miguel says, oh yeah, I remember a couple times when I sarcastically asked some corporate shit, and right on cue, Dan honestly asked the same thing. Yeah, he did that in the live streams, and again, I mean, it's up in the Discord. I don't think his shit got deleted, but it's all still there. It might say deleted user now, but if it's a corporate kind of post, it was Dan who said it. Because he got the fuck out of there after I really... Anyway, it was funny as shit, especially your answers to them. Thank you. I appreciate that. Kaz says, fuck AI, I despise it. It ruins jobs. It increases price of electronics to consumers. It destroys the environment, and it does more harm than good. I mean, I'm right there with you, Mac. We weren't talking about AI, but I am right there with you. Fuck AI. Fuck generative AI. Fuck Grok. Fuck Elon Musk. Fuck OpenAI. Fuck Microsoft. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. And you know what? Xbox is collapsing. So Microsoft, you got what you deserve, you stupid sorry motherfucker. Cut. Anyway. I hate forced AI. And forced virtual games, movies, and shows. I assume for virtual, you mean VR, virtual reality. Anyway. Miguel says, I also hate those lenses, bro, in terms of the art. Was it Joe James? I swear I used to know the name of that artist, and I feel bad because his art was everywhere, especially even when I was working in marketing. Like, that was the Spider Man marketing art that got sent to everybody, and I never liked it just because, one, he's too bulky. I don't like the chest spider, and I don't like the lenses, and there's too much webbing. I don't like I don't like the way that the webbing is presented. I'm really nitpicking. Wait, is that TFA Optimus in the back? Oh yeah. Well, front and center, TFA Optimus, TFA Megatron, TFA Bumblebee, TFA Sentinel Prime. We got TFA Blur. We got TFA Blitzwing. Yeah, I don't have a lot of Transformer animated stuff because I honestly, not for a bad reason. I love Transformers animated, and I would have more toys if I did. But my ex-wife and I were traveling all the time, and I just wasn't buying toys because like where the fuck was I going to put them? Um, so yeah, I mean, just because of work and everything like that, there was nowhere to put toys, so I only got like a handful of them because for the duration of Transformers animated being on the air, like we we weren't like settled, like we were everywhere all the time. Um, and again, ex-wife. Let's be clear. I'm single now, ladies and gentlemen. Mostly ladies. I'm just to be honest. I'm not. I'm not ready to go to the other side. Um, unless you're pretty. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But ladies and gentlemen who have ladies, I am available. Anyway. Yeah, Kaz says, Greg, do you think they will introduce Venom and the symbiote in the new MCU Spider-Man trilogy? Sort of. I think probably Secret Wars, so he'll probably be introduced outside of a Spider-Man film and then get roped in. But again, all that's dependent on if Sony signs a new contract with Marvel. I don't know if they're going to, man. I don't know. That's a whole other conversation. I don't have Elite Guard B. I just have TFA B. I don't, like I said, I have very few TFA figures, and they're all right there. And just because, like, they were going in suitcases, and like I had limited space. Nah, dude. If whenever I end up coming over your place, I'm gonna touch those TFA toys. Well, then I'm gonna touch you. You're telling me you didn't have a poster with that Spidey on your wall? No, man. I was an adult when that art became the mainstay promotional. No, I did not. I didn't. By the time when that art became the main promotional material for Spider-Man, I was an adult. I was having sex, and I was traveling all the time. I didn't even really like we did not have like a it's just kind of it's weird. It's weird to talk about because this sounds bad, but we didn't have like a home because we were I mean like we were everywhere all the time. Um, so no, like I wasn't carrying around a James. I know his name's James. I swear I know his name is James. James something. I wasn't carrying around a poster of his fucking art at like 18 years old. 18, 2007. I feel like it's yeah no. I feel like 2007 maybe, and maybe it showed up after that. I know that this art wasn't around when I was a kid. It was like right when I hit adulthood, and I understand 18 relative, whatever fuck you want to call it, but no, I didn't have that. Kaz is laughing. TJ says you have 200 Transformers on your shelf. Talk about too old for a poster. Okay, one different subjects. Different. Different. One, I'm not ashamed of toy collecting. I really don't like this Spider-Man art. So I wouldn't have had any kind of framed art or poster of it anyway. But at the time, if I'm remembering when this art hit the mainstream, like the material, I did not. I was in I wasn't in an adult phase. I'm choosing my words carefully here. I don't mean that I was in a phase of like, oh no, I can't have Spider-Man on my wall. It was more of a matter of the priorities of, am I, does a Spider-Man poster fit in the budget? Because it wasn't a part of it. It wasn't a part of it. It just wasn't. That's what I mean. I was never. I'm not against toys or posters. I have them everywhere. It was just a matter of, at that time, I had just became an adult. I was very, very driven to be on my own as quickly as possible, which meant taking a job in a position where, and making very risky decisions, to be completely frank. But that was my goal. So at that time, in terms of like diving into adulthood, I was not buying Spider-Man posters. That's all I mean. And when something or a gift did come by, where my ex-wife, because again, I say all of that obviously because I still remember. I'm not going to act like I don't remember. I don't talk about my the current women in my life, and I obviously they're not going to be on stream. But in terms of my ex-wife, the TFA toys were a birthday gift, like a bundled birthday gift, and there was an Optimus Prime birthday cake and shit. And that's where that's where that came from. But those were my toys for that year. Like that was it, just because there was so much other shit going on. Like those TFA toys were the only toys I got that year. So I do have a lot of toys, but yes, there was a period of time where I really wasn't buying toys very much. I was living life, working, and making dumb decisions. Anyway, all of that being said, I still don't even like that Spider-Man. So, fuck it. I really don't. I don't like that Spider-Man art. Let's see. Kaz is asking, have you traveled? I have traveled overseas. I have traveled between states, obviously. Most of you know that. But yeah, I love traveling. I'm traveling this year. This year I'm going to the UK. I haven't talked about it too much. We're going to have a whole video when I know when exactly I'm going, and I'm going to record and live stream and do every minute, every fucking second of this trip. But I am going to the UK this year. I'm trying to iron down dates right now. It has to be when I don't have the kids, because it's just going to be me going. But yeah, I'm going to the UK this year, and I'm hopefully going to meet a lot of my friends, and also see some of my old friends as well. Hopefully, we'll see. But I'm gonna have when I know the day that I'm going to the UK, when I know the week, because I'm gonna be in the UK for a week. When I know the week, there's gonna be a video. There's gonna be everything announcing it when I'm 100% sure on the time that I'm going. But yeah, I am 100%. I'm very excited to go to the UK. I'll probably be staying in Liverpool for the week that I'm there. That's the current plan. But I'll probably be staying in Liverpool, and I want to visit London. I want to meet some, pretty British girls. And just have fun. Again, I had someone message me, "Are you cheating on your girlfriend?" No. One, cheating is awful. I don't do that. But two, I don't technically have a girlfriend. I just have a couple of girls that I am seeing. There has been no discussions about being exclusive. There has been no talk about being exclusive. And I certainly haven't brought it up. So, fuck you. Anyway, let's look at pics. This Optimus Craig. Yeah, that's animated Optimus. Water the plants. Yeah, I'll water your plant. The iconic definitive Spider-Man art in the Discord. No, it's not. Fuck you. Miguel says, Greg, do you think if Sony doesn't stick with Disney, do you think they will do an animated Spidey film for Peter Parker? I think it's possible, yeah. Kaz says, hopefully you have an amazing time there. Honestly, Greg, it's an honor knowing you and talking to you. You're a cool, chill person. Glad I got to know you. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. Miguel says, how's the Latina situation in the UK, though? There isn't really a Latino thing, but I'm just like, all kidding aside, I'm not going to the UK just to randomly hook up with British girls. Like, all kidding aside, that's not why. That's not. I swear, that's not why I'm going. But I don't mind as a bonus. Anyway, but yeah, all kidding aside, I'm really excited about this London trip. I'm super excited about it. I want to do. I want to. I've been because of. Well, I mean, you guys know everything, like you do, and this channel is more of a blog than anything real. Let's be honest here. It feels like a vlog. It's between my divorce and moving and everything that's been going on. I've barely gotten to travel. I mean, and again, I don't really count this as traveling. Um, just between Oklahoma, um, the the falls at Arkansas, Wichita Mountain, like small interstate traveling. But I mean, since all this started and since all this finished up, I haven't been able to like really travel at all. And it's all done. It is all finally done. I moved. I got, we got our new house. Obviously, not everything is displayed, but you know what I mean. I've moved. I'm relaxed. So I really do want to get the fuck out of this country for just a week. Um, that's the last place for that anyway. It's true. The Latin American community doesn't really make it to the UK. But in all honesty, but yeah, so like I'm excited about it. And I had someone ask like, which again, these are silly questions in my opinion, but I mean, I don't mind. I'll confront it head on. She's mashing it. I just realized what you did. Anyway, because we're about to have to wrap up. I'm really hungry and I want to cook my steaks before we lose sunlight. But no, I had someone ask me like, why aren't you trying to? Why aren't you're 36? Why aren't you trying to settle down? Why are you just dating? Why are you being a? And again, this is what they said. Why aren't you being a whore? And I'm like, one, I've been married. Like I'm good. I'm good. Honestly, I was married for over 10 years. I'm good. You know what I mean? Like that's it. Like I don't really. It's got to be really special for me to get married again. I won't rule it out. I won't rule it out. But I have no reason to get out of a divorce and immediately go the fuck and get married. Who does that? I'm sorry, but it's just like rebounding. You're not going to get a healthy relationship if you go from divorce and just pick the first person that pops up. I don't want to do that. And so I didn't. And over the last couple of years, have there been girls? Yes. Does it have to be serious? No. Did I know all of their names? No. But they didn't know mine either. It just kind of goes that way. So, I mean, it's like, calm the fuck down. You can call me a whore. That's fine. I don't care about that. I'm not doing any pretenses. I'm not pretending like I'm on the hunt for marriage again. But also, like, they don't always know my name. I don't always know their name. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going out selling cocaine. I'm just, if I like to flirt. If pretty girls are into me and I'm into them, what happens, happens. So anyway, dude, I'm in the state of Texas. Of course they're Christians. Evangelicals, really. Everybody's fucking, I mean, like, yeah, like these religious people are really, religious people hate sex. I like having it. And it doesn't have to be with the same person. But if you're a consenting adult, it's nobody's fucking business. I won't get to meet you or TJ. Well, I mean, Portugal's not far. You could come. And TJ's in New York. He could swim over. TJ could swim over. I don't have a reason to go to Portugal. Sorry. And I don't have a reason to go to New York. Sorry. But Well, you won't get to meet. Oh, and I read that. Greg, did you check some malware clips like I told you to? No. Post the malware clips if you want me to watch them, motherfucker. Um, Miguel says, I mean, you got kids, you're already settled. Now you just live life. That's what I'm saying. I've got 2 kids. I was married for most of my young adult life. It did not work. It did not work. And I am not rushing into that. No way in fucking hell is someone going to be like, in no scenario was I ever going to get divorced and go immediately into a relationship. That wasn't going to happen. I just wanted to date and have some fun. And that's what I've been doing. And there's no pretenses. Everybody's on the same page. There's no exclusivity. And it's very laid back. And that's honestly how I prefer it. Because at the end of the day, I have my own house that I get to go to. And they don't. And that's really nice. I did visit New York, yes. Yeah, I saw your profile. I am on Christian Mingle. I don't, hey, if, oh man, I don't have time. I got a story. I have a fucking story. We'll save that for another live stream. I have to go cook. I'm starving. And also Grinder. Yeah, but that's just for networking. Kaz says, I'm going to take this last one, but then I got to get off because I almost went into a story. Dude, dating has been the most fun. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, if you don't like dating, that's fine. I do. I like dating. These girls have all been great. They've all been super fun. They've all been very different. Some of them are a little bit more crazy than the others, and unfortunately, I have been more drawn to the crazier ones. Make of that what you will. Judge me. I don't care. But man, I could go. Yeah, there is anyway. Oh no way! I called that. Miguel says, "Yeah, I was gonna say that last one, TJ. It would feel odd if Greg didn't have that one." I did visit New York. Yes, I absolutely loved it. I really did love it, love it, love it. I would live there if the prices weren't fucking ridiculous. But there's no way to live comfortably in New York with even one kid, because again, my oldest is about to go off for college, so even raising one kid in New York is is impossible. Like, no, I would much rather just travel, and that's it. But yeah, I had a friend who was living in New York, and I stayed with them, and she and I had a lot of fun. And hey, TJ, if you want to spot me, get a little bunk bed, or even just share a bed, introduce me to your sister. We'll have a good time, Mac. Okay, that's it. I hate it here. What the fuck? What's going on? That was just so random. I just saw that, was drawn to it. I hate it here. Anyway. Okay. I gotta go cook, and then I'll be on Fortnite. Well, I gotta cook, and then I gotta eat, and then I'll be on Fortnite. So if you guys are on Discord, it's Saturday night. If you motherfuckers are going to bed, fuck you. Greg, keep getting wilder as years go by. I mean, honestly, what else are you going to do? Because I'm not looking to get married, so it's only going to get fucking weird. You know? And ever so often a man might slip in. There's no way to know. I love you guys. Okay. My tism is crazy women. Unfortunately. But I admit it and I own it. At least I know. All right, I got to go cook. If you guys want to start like a Discord voice chat, I'll be in the voice chat while I cook. So I'll see you guys in a bit, and we'll play some Fortnite tonight. But I got to go do my food first. So, okay, love you. Bye. Have a good weekend. I hope this sets a precedent. Have a fucking happy new year. Like, let this be the start of a great new year. And Miguel, I really hope we don't bomb you next.